After the animals kicked Mr. Jones off the farm, the pigs took over and they appointed the dogs as the guards. You see, it is no different now. Tesla has their dogs. No matter what, they will defend the pigs. According to George Orwell, Animal Farm. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. It's a Friday morning and I get depressed on a Friday getting ready for the weekend. The market is closed. I can't see my numbers moving. I can't buy nor sell. However, I am upbeat on this Friday. But why? Why is Money Making Mitch upbeat? Well, listen up. Electric vehicle maker may be having a tough time weathering a recent slowdown in customer demand, but one Wall Street analyst still thinks investors can make good profits owning stock in at least one growth company. Shares of Chinese EV company NIO could more than double from recent levels, according to a note by Morgan Stanley put out earlier this week. Analyst Tim Tsao, and let me just say this, Tim Tsao has always been a NIO bull, guys, reiterated an overweight rating on the shares, citing an expected stock price of $10 per share. An expected stock price. That would amount to a 124% upside over the next 12 months or so from its current price. Growing in a competitive market, Tsao and his team noted relative strength in the company's sales in March versus the prior month, as well as year over year. Year over year. Remember I kept saying that? We are seeing growth year over year, whereas Rakpoop Tesla is seeing a decline in growth and in sales it's decreasing. And I spoke about why, and it's going to continue to happen for them. The breadth of NIO sales was particularly noteworthy in March. Sales of its SUV models grew more than 40% month over month, while its smart electric sedan sales increased by over 50%. Sales came within expectations that were recently adjusted lower by the company. 2024 models have also begun to ship. 2024 models have also begun to ship, which the company says have improved computing power and product competitiveness. In addition to sales momentum from new models, Morgan Stanley analysts also noted NIO has recently enhanced its battery as a service program, which would help stimulate sales. They enhanced their battery as a service program. The Chinese EV market is highly competitive, and NIO promotes its battery as a service program as a differentiator, the denominator. With that program, customers save money upfront on the vehicle's cost and are charged for quick battery replacements at swap stations throughout China. So I want you guys to take a look at this little clip, and then I think you will find it to be very yummy. We will continue.
Ask most people about their vision of the future, the words flying cars are one of the first things that come to mind. Films from the silent classic Metropolis to more contemporary blockbusters like Back to the Future and Blade Runner have often used the trope of airborne vehicles to give us a snapshot of a more technologically advanced world. That world came a step closer with the news that China's Huibei Xianxin flying car technology company has signed a deal to produce and distribute the air car, which was originally developed by Slovakian firm Klein Vision. Experts say the news is significant, but airborne traffic jams probably a few years away yet.
The rules that are going to be applied to all this new technology are very similar to the small private aircraft that I mentioned before. It's called general aviation. And it sounds a bit hair-raising when I say they're actually about 100 times less safe than conventional airliners. But in fact, even then, they're about the same level of safety as taking a taxi ride or something like that.
The aircar first took to the skies back in 2021, with this prototype completing a 35-minute test flight. The car itself runs on petrol and takes just over 2 minutes to transform from a road vehicle into an aircraft. Weighing in at 1,000 kilograms, the two-seater has a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour and can fly at a maximum altitude of nearly 2,500 meters. The news that a Chinese company is moving ahead with mass production has led many to suggest that the country could steal a march on its rivals and become a market leader in airborne transport.
The Chinese have got the money and the political will to keep going and make these huge investments to actually make this happen. So, and I think they recognize that this is one of their strengths, that effectively, because it's such a new technology, it's like a big leveler for everybody. So the former advantage that all the Western companies have got probably isn't there so much like it used to be.
Vehicles based on the air car design will now be manufactured by the Hubei Shenzhen company, and the firm says it will be sold for use within a specific geographical region of China, which is yet to be disclosed. Rahul Pathak, CGTN.
Hi guys, welcome back. There's a reason why I showed that clip. For those who hate the Chinese because the government tells them to in the Western world, I say to you, we need to do what Ray Dalio did. We should always invest, but never based on patriotism. You see, while they are telling you here, don't invest in China, you speak to a lot of Americans, I do, oh, they have a communist government. You see, the media in the West have programmed them to think the way they want them to think, like the animals on the farm. But it shows you where China is going and how fast they're innovating and moving. It's like a Jetson cartoon from back in the day. On Thursday, and I will end on this note, on Thursday, NIO's CEO Emperor William Li, welcomed Jean Todt, the former head of the Scuderia Ferrari Formula One team and the former president of the FIA, to Shanghai. And he was showing him how the battery swap station operates. You see, the whole world are waking up and finding out that this is the next new big thing. This is the thing that's going to dominate. This is the new gas stations. We spoke about it before. These gas stations are called battery swap stations. They're going to dominate the landscape in every country that you go. Like I was explaining to one fellow yesterday, in fact, I was explaining, he said to me, well, Americans aren't going to adopt battery cars because, you know, the grid can't handle it, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, because he was also one that was convinced by the media that we need to hate China. Nothing that China is doing could be ever beneficial or good in his mind. They programmed him like the sheep, bah, bah. And when I explain how battery as a service will help India and the rest of the world that has a lot of pollution, by giving back to the grid, it can save the Taj Mahal. You see, that marble, that beautiful marble that is getting discolored by pollution, can be saved. It will save the lungs of your people because we will be giving back energy to the grid the clean way. And when I explained that to him, he got quiet because he didn't want to accept it, you see, but he knew I was right. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Do not forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we're waking up the middle class to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, we have the warrior mindset where we get rich or we die trying, guys.